We are here for the PLR Profits Workshop. Just want to welcome you all to this training. This is session number 1, where we are going to be introducing you to the concept of private label rights and how to profit with PLR content. So in today's session, we're going to go over how to set up a private label rights product from scratch. So meaning you've purchased a PLR product, it's sitting on your hard drive. Now what do you do? That's a big problem a lot of people run into. So this is going to be your guide to making more money with PLR. So just a quick little, snippet about what PLR is. It's literally leveraging other people's content. So private label rights content allows you to leverage other people's content online for more sales, leads, and traffic. So that is what private label rights content is all about. So in fact, I'm even leveraging somebody else's slides here because Google Slides allows you to do that. So that's the beauty of, being able to leverage other people's content is you can quickly create presentations. Now, the content on these slides is mine, but I'm actually using the template that Google Slides offered me. So that's another example of leveraging other people's content. So private label rights, again, it's content that allows you to leverage other people's content. That means you have a license to sell the content. You have a license in some cases to give it away. You have a license to, use it to get traffic. So basically it allows you to white label. White label's another term for it. It allows you to white label a product as if it was your own creation. And that the beauty of that is that you're not stuck with content creation all the time. You can actually focus more on launching the product, getting traffic, getting more leads, and getting more sales. And that's what this is all about. The PLR Profits Workshop is going to help you take all the private label rights content sitting on your hard drive, or allow you to take the PLR content that you're going to be purchasing and generate more sales, leads, and traffic from it. So there are several different ways that you can profit with PLR. In fact, many different ways, and we're going to cover those throughout the PLR Profit Workshop sessions. So the first one is through traffic. There's ways that you can actually leverage PLR to get more traffic, whether it's to your blog, whether it's through, your social media channels, whether it's, through generating, articles that you're guest blogging on and submitting out there online. Maybe you're taking PLR content and making it into slides that you're putting out on SlideShare. There's so many different ways that you can actually make money and get traffic with PLR content. Again, it's content that you're not having to create, and that's pretty powerful. So, there's even a website out there, and we'll talk about this in the traffic portion, but there's a website called SlideShare, and you can take a lot of PLR content, including like PowerPoint slides or even PDF files that you have the rights to give away, and you could literally upload those to SlideShare with a good targeted keyword phrase and start to funnel traffic to your business really simply. There's other ways you can leverage PLR content to create videos, and we'll cover that. Videos on YouTube that then generates traffic back to your business, back to your opt-in form. You could also generate more leads with PLR, as you see on the slide here, by generating a nice report from PLR content. So it could be a free report, it could be an audio, it could be something that you have licensed the content to that you can give away in exchange for an email address. Once you do that, then you can start to build up an email following. You can start to get people onto your email list. You can start to make money off of those people that join your email list. Sales funnels is also important, and we're going to talk about sales funnels today, and I'm going to show you how to set up a very basic sales funnels. Now, the beauty of PLR is that you are able to set up many different products. So you can have, let's say you have 5 different PLR products. You could bundle all 5 PLR products into one launch. So you have a front end, and then after somebody purchases, you get them to an upsell, because we always want to be selling people on something that's next, because people, they generally want to learn more. They want to take their business to the next level. It's no different than if you go to the gas pump. What do they ask you about typically? Would you like a car wash? Would you like to buy these candy bars? They're on sale right now. They're always upselling you. It's just a part of business. When you go to Walmart, they're upselling you at the check stand. No matter where you go, you are being upsold, and that's because sales funnels work. So that's why you should be leveraging PLR content to create sales funnels. Now, info products, of course, and that's where you're launching and selling information products, and then membership sites as well. So membership sites and membership content. So these are several different ways you can, make money with private label rights content. We'll be covering these throughout the workshop, and you could have your own monthly membership where people pay you monthly for access to content. And so for today's session, we're going to focus primarily around info products right here and sales funnels. So these two, I kind of went out of sequence there, but just wanted to point out some of the many different ways you can leverage PLR content. So we're going to focus though on info products and sales funnels for day number 1. We'll get to lead generation in another session, and social media traffic and regular traffic methods in another session, and then we'll touch on membership sites as well. So there's so many different avenues and ways to profit with PLR. It's pretty exciting, and once you realize all the content that's sitting on your hard drive, it's going to unleash, it's basically like gold sitting on your hard drive, and it's time to unleash that, because a lot of us are sitting on mountains of cash. We just don't realize it, and that's what this workshop is all about. So how to set up and launch a PLR product to market is what we're going to cover today, and how to set up a sales funnel from this very same offer. So we're going to first set up a front end product, then we're going to set up an upsell product, and I'll kind of show you how a funnel works. And we're going to go through this training in a step-by-step fashion for you. So it's very important, this is just kind of a side tip, that you use PLR content to create upsells so you can generate more revenue with the same efforts. So more revenue with the same efforts. That's what, PLR is all about. That's what I love it. And also, if you're going to go through the effort of setting up a PLR product, you might as well offer an upsell so that you can double your revenue, maybe triple it, and you may as well offer 2 upsells. And so I'm going to take you through that process, show you what it looks like to set up a little funnel, and then show you the techie side of things so you guys can understand everything from start to finish on how to set up your first PLR product. So I'm going to go off my PowerPoint slides here and going to jump into my computer here, where I've got some PLR content sitting here. Now in just a minute, you should be seeing my computer screen right here in just a moment, and there we go. So on my screen here, you guys are going to see several different PLR products. I've got one called 5 Ways to Make Money Online, 21-Day Online Business Launch, and then Your First Sales Funnel. So these are 3 different products, all private label rights products, and all 3 of these are from different vendors. So they're not all from the same person. One of these happens to be from me, the person doing this video, but the other 2 are from just, people that create really good PLR out there on the market. So I just wanted to show you guys a variety, because everybody packages their PLR different. You're going to get different assets and different things with it. So that's why I wanted to show you guys a little bit of different variety, because it makes sense. I don't want you guys to get stuck. So we're going to focus here on the 21-day online business launch. 21-day online business launch. That's the product that I decided that we're going to use. So they've got everything you need here. They've got a mini site. It's got a sales page. So everything that you need to profit is right here. So they've actually got a really cool looking sales page. In fact, I'm going to open that sales page up into Chrome here. We're going to take a look at that. So notice that they've got a nice slick looking sales page that we can edit. So the first step that we need to do, though, as part of this process, the very first step that we need to focus on is we need to get a domain name. So we need to get a domain name. So you can go out to GoDaddy.com. Everybody's got a preference on where you buy domains. I've always gone to GoDaddy. You can use name.com. You could use Namecheap. You could go right through HostGator. So I've just always used GoDaddy. So we need to find a domain. Now I'm focused here on the 21-day online business launch. So you want to find something that's related to internet business. That type of topic, is going to do well. So come up with something, a domain name. Now you may just have a general domain. So I've actually chosen a domain for this just to spare you guys, the hassle of watching me go back and forth. But I've chosen a domain name called killerprofitsecrets.com. And the reason I chose one like that is because I'm going to be teaching people killer profit secrets from, cool ways to get money from this domain. So that means I can set up multiple PLR under one domain name. So you don't have to have a domain for every single PLR that you sell. So keep that in mind. If you get one good domain name, so just one really good domain, then you could actually sell 5, 10, 20, 30 products on that same domain. So I do it all the time. I have so many different product launches under one website domain. So you can really get by with one domain. You do not need to have a domain name for every single PLR product on your hard drive. So just want to get that through, because you can do stuff like, add a forward slash to it, and then it's going to be, 21-day business launch, right? 21-day business launch. So I've got this domain here, and I'm going to show you guys now. You want to go in there and find something. You could type in like, profit secrets. You could type in, ways to make money. There's several different angles that you could go with it. And I've also got another domain that we're going to upload these products to called Internet Income Blogger. I think that's the one I went with. Yeah, Internet Income Blogger. So I've got name.com. I've got GoDaddy here. So Internet Income Blogger is the other domain I'm gonna go with. So it just depended on, I'm gonna show you guys the process though of going into your GoDaddy once you pick your domain. So we're just gonna go here and go to Internet Income. Let's see, Internet Income Strategies, let's say. See if that's available. Hey, there we go. That domain is available. So for somebody watching this, you could grab that. InternetIncomeStrategies.com, and you would go through the process of adding this to your cart. So I'll just do that for you, even though I mentioned I wasn't going to, because why not? So Internet Income Strategies. So continue to cart. You guys can see here though, I gave you guys the basis for starting out with good domains. Internet income, and then you could type in internet income tips and internet income methods. There's several different ways you could go with it. So I've added that domain name. So I'm going to go here, continue to cart. We are going to add this domain. So I don't need to add privacy protection when I register domains. And I decided I'm just going to show you guys, because why not show you guys every step of the process, right? So when you are registering a domain on GoDaddy, they generally will say, hey, do you want to register it for 5 years? I don't. So we're going to go with 1 year. Okay, now we're going to go to down here and we're going to purchase, and it looks like I need to sign in to my GoDaddy account. So let's do that real quick. So I'm going to sign in and I get the text verification on my phone here. So bear with me. I like to do the multi-step opt-in process because that way I know my account's safe. That means every time I log in, GoDaddy sends me a text message. That's just a little side tip. So I've got the domain registered for 1 year. By default, they're going to go 5 years. I personally just go with 1 year, especially if you're just launching a PLR product. And, that name, Internet Income Strategies, is really a cool name, and it's something that we can leverage. So notice there are still good domains out there available. I'm going to just choose the card. I'm going to complete my purchase here. So give it just a moment to process that. Looks like everything went through. Perfect. Okay. So now look at that. Thank you for your order. Now, GoDaddy is a great example of upsell city. So just keep that in mind. Right here, they're trying to say, hey, start a free 1-month trial to their website builder. You don't need that because I'm going to show you how to do that. So we just want to go to skip and manage domains. Now, I've got a domain problem. I've got hundreds of domains, but there's a lot of good ones there as well. So there's so many different domains here, but we just registered Internet Income Strategy. So I'm going to find that domain that I just registered, Internet Income Strategy. So there it is. So notice right there, that is the domain name that I just registered. Now, I need to point this domain name that I just registered to a web host. So I need to point it to a web host, meaning, HostGator or Bluehost or wherever I'm going to host my website. So step number 1 is done, and that is where we registered our domain. So you've registered your domain through GoDaddy, internetincomestrategies.com, internetincomestrategies.com. All right, so there it goes. So we're just going to keep that, where it is. And now I'm going to go to over here. So there's two different options here. Now, I'm going to, there's some of you may use Bluehost, some may use HostGator. So there's two different places you can go. There are many different web hosts online. You could, do your domains through GoDaddy or your hosting through GoDaddy. I personally I've used HostGator and Bluehost both for years. So I think they're phenomenal. I think they're, you know, good ones to go with. So personally, that's kind of, I think they're great. So I'm going to go over here and we're going to choose, HostGator for this example. So I'm going to go here to HostGator and I'm going to log in. Now, before we're going to assume you have web hosting now, but if you do not, you can go out to HostGator. It's going to look like this, hostgator.com. It is going to look just like this. So HostGator is going to look, something like this. It may change, obviously, but you can go out here and you can just sign up for your own web hosting package. All right. So you would just go to like learn more. And as far as web hosting packages that you need, you can go with the baby. I would recommend the baby plan because that's going to give you multiple domains if you decide to expand a bit. But you could get away with just the hatchling plan. So it's a very small plan and it works well. So you just follow their on-screen steps. I'm not going to sign up for an account here because I already have multiple ones. But at least you guys get the idea. The other popular web host out there is Bluehost. Bluehost is another very popular one as well. You can just click on their very fancy Get Started Now button, and there are several different options. You can go very similar to HostGator actually in pricing, and there's a lot of similarities. So you could choose which one. It really just comes down to preference. These are the housekeeping things you need. So let's recap. You need your domain name, right? Which we just registered, internetincomestrategies.com. I had already picked another one also. We've also got our web hosting now. So you either need to go with something like HostGator or Bluehost. And then if you have another web host, perfect. Okay. So now that we have our domain, now that we have our web hosting, we need to take this domain name that we just purchased and we need to point it to our web host, which for this example, I'm just going to stick with HostGator. So we're just going to stick with HostGator. Now, when you sign up for HostGator or Bluehost, you're going to get an email that says your cPanel or control panel login, or how to at your account login details. So you're going to save that email when you get it. Inside that email, it's going to take you to a cPanel, a control panel that looks very similar to what you're seeing on this screen here. Now, HostGator has one, or this is HostGator's, and this is Bluehost. Now I'm going to show you how to set it up in HostGator first. And then I'm going to show you how to set it up in Bluehost. Now, why am I choosing these two web hosts? Because there is, these are two of the most popular web hosting companies online. That's why I'm choosing to show you both of these. So the first one, for HostGator, we're going to go into the HostGator cPanel and scroll to the bottom left corner. The bottom left corner, it is going to tell you account info. Now I have the business package, so you might have a different plan as well. You can go to your name servers here, name servers, and you're going to want to copy this first one. Copy this first one because we're going to put it into our GoDaddy or name.com, wherever you registered your domain. So we're going to copy this. So it's ns6411.hostgator.com. Okay, there is a purpose for that. What this does, this name server tells GoDaddy where to take your domain, which is like your address online, right? And where to put it, like where to host it, what files are going to be there. So that's what we're doing in this step. So we need to go to your GoDaddy account and we're going to go to your domain manager, which typically you're going to find that under, you've got domains up here inside of GoDaddy, so it'll be in the left hand corner. And if you are struggling to find it, you can also look around under my account and you'll locate it. So we're going to look for this domain again. I just wanted to show you the process one more time. You're going to click on this little checkbox here, right? This little checkbox, and it's going to say name servers, and we're going to choose from the drop down and choose set name servers. Now, GoDaddy, by default, they want you to use GoDaddy hosting. So by default, they set it up like this, right? So you're going to use, if you're using HostGator or Bluehost, you're going to go to custom, custom, and you're going to go to add name server, and we're going to paste that in there. And I hit Control V for those wondering. Control V. The control key is right below the shift key, and then V. That's pasted in there. You could also right click. I'm going to right click my mouse and choose paste. So that's how you copy and paste. You're going to be doing a lot of copying and pasting as you leverage PLR content. That's why I love private labor rights material. So we're going to go here to HostGator again, and we're going to grab the other name server here. So I'm going to copy this URL, and we're going to paste this right on in there and click on OK. We're going to click on OK. Now, both of these name servers are set. You see that? In S6411, in S6412, they match with what HostGator told us. Now we're going to click on Save. We're going to click on Save. Next thing that's going to happen, your request has been submitted, and it's going to take a few moments. Sometimes this they call this the propagation period, where you're pointing your domain. Sometimes it could take up to 24 hours. Other times it could take minutes or 30 seconds, to be pointing. And so we just don't know. So if this does not work as it planned, I've got other domains to use. So we're going to, now that we've pointed that, so now that we've pointed our name servers and they are working, I'm going to go over to HostGator. I'm going to go into HostGator, and we're going to go to add-on domains. Add-on domains, right over here, add-on domains. And that is found under domains, and it says add-on domains. So we're going to go here to where it says new domain name. That's new domain. So I'm going to plug in internetincomestrategies.com. internetincomestrategies.com. Now I'm going to choose a password for this domain name. Okay, now that we've chosen a password for that account, it could be any password you want to try to validate so it's strong. So use uppercase and maybe lowercase, a few numbers, maybe a percentage sign, or those types of things work. Maybe the one of the keys up there, the tilde, the pound sign, those special characters. Now we're going to go to add domain. One other side tip: if the password is going to hold you up, just use the password generator and you can create a password that's going to pass with flying colors. So now we're going to go to add our domain. Add our domain. Now this is the process that once you set up this domain, you're not going to have to do this every time you set up a brand new PLR product, okay? So this is not something you're going to have to do every time you're setting up a brand new PLR product. Okay, so now our domain name, our add-on domain, internetincomestrategies.com, that we purchased in GoDaddy right here a little bit ago, is ready to go. And again, you're not going to have to do this every time you set up a PLR, just this first part of the process. Okay, so now we've got that registered. Now I'm going to do a quick test. Now I can't guarantee this is going to work, to be honest, because we just set up this domain, and we're going to see internetincomestrategies.com. And it works. So that's a good thing. So when you see this, it means you are ready to upload files, and that domain is ready to go. So HostGator works pretty quick on propagating, they call it, their domains. There are some instances where it could take up to 24 hours. So just keep that in mind. If you're not seeing this right away, do not panic. Just give it some time. Maybe it's 30 minutes, maybe it's an hour. But we are actually in a spot where I can actually set up everything on this domain that we just purchased. So that's what we're going to do here, just for simplicity's sake. Now, we're going to take a short little detour here, and I'm going to show you guys how to do the same process but with Bluehost, because I want you guys to understand both web hosting companies. Once we understand the web hosting companies, we'll move on to the next step, which is to actually rebrand the sales page that we purchased and then set up our PayPal buttons so that we can actually start to get paid. And what we're going to focus on, though, is setting it up inside JVZoo, because I think we should be focused on creating good sales funnels and having good quality content. So I'm going to actually set up the products not in PayPal but in JVZoo. So we're going to set up the products in JVZoo, get them live and on the internet, and then we'll talk about setting up the sales funnel from there. So we're moving towards the process of setting up our first PLR product. So we're going to go into Bluehost. So if you decided to sign up with Bluehost, this is the process you go through. So you're going to go here to Bluehost. So this is my Bluehost account. So notice I have Bluehost and HostGator mainly because I do a lot of training videos, and I started my first business with Bluehost. So I actually like them a lot. I think they're a great web hosting company. So you can sign up with Bluehost, and then you're going to go to up here under domain. So we're going to add a domain. So if you've purchased a domain, from like we already did the Killer Profit Secrets, if you've purchased a domain and you're going to point that domain to Bluehost, you are going to go to domains, and we'll give that just a moment here to load up, and we're going to go to assign. So they do it a little bit different than what we just did in HostGator. It's why I wanted to show you guys the difference. Now they laid out in steps here. So step number 1 is to enter a domain. So you can choose your domain name, and so that's where you would type in your domain, killerprofitsecrets.com. Now I've already added this domain, so it's going to tell me, okay, you've already added this. But if I wanted to take, let's just say another domain, and let's say online, I've got this domain, onlineincomementor.com. It's going to verify that domain, and it's going to ask me to do something first. So I'm doing this step so you guys can see how it works. Okay, so it's going to verify the domain, and it says to verify the ownership, you first need to do this step. So notice they are giving me the name server names. So you're going to go here and do the same process inside of inside of your GoDaddy account. So if you click on the domain, you can actually go to manage DNS, and it's going to say using custom name servers. You can just go to change, and you're going to do the same process. You could also find it under your domains tab, where you click on domains and all domains under GoDaddy's domain management. And you're going to find that domain, and you can actually do it from the little drop down as well. So notice the little checkbox right here, little checkbox there. Then you're going to go to name servers and go to set name servers. And then there we go, custom. And this is where you're going to choose add. And then I've already set these, so that's where you're going to set those, right? So we've already set those up. They are good to go. We're going to go back over here. And once you've done that process, you just put in your domain here. So again, it's under domains and assign. Once you've done this process, right, the name server process where you set your name servers to ns1.bluehost, you are able to go down here and click on assign this domain, and then you're good to go. So now at that point, you're going to go into your hosting account at Bluehost, and you should see your other domain, as an option. So I'm going to go here to File Manager. And once inside File Manager, we should see our other domain. So it's going to log me in. And there it is. So File Manager, public HTML, there it is, Killer Profit Secrets. So now we know that that domain went through. And then of course you can do the exact same test. Now I found that Bluehost will take a little bit more time, so that's why we're going to go with HostGator for this example. Bluehost might take 12 hours, might take a little bit longer for it to all propagate out. So just keep that in mind, so bear that in mind. Okay, so we're going to go ahead through the process of setting this up on HostGator, but I wanted you guys to see that once we get past the assigning a domain to your account, the file upload process is very similar for both of them, because you're both going to be using your cPanel and your file manager inside of there. So in Bluehost, it's simply going to Files and File Manager. In cPanel, you're going to go into your main cPanel where you upload your files to, because we're going to edit some files, then we're going to upload them. And you're going to go to File Manager under Files. So very similar process. They're going to look the same once you get past that step. So we've covered that now. We've got our domain, we've got our hosting, we've got our domain name pointed to our web hosting account. So now is the fun parts. We've already done that techie stuff is out of the way. Let's focus on selling a PLR product. That's the part that I get excited about. So we're going to go here to our folder here. Now I've got the PLR products we're going to set up. We've got 21-day online business launch, your first sales funnel, and then 5 ways to make money online in 2018. Now, I've got the 21-day business launch being the one that we're going to use on the front end. When you purchase a PLR product, this is what you usually see that you guys are used to seeing. So I'm going to make those a little bit larger. You're going to see you've got your ebook or your content that you're selling. Right here is like the Word doc version of that. You've got your lead magnet reports. You can do a nice little giveaway. You've got your mini site, which includes like your it's going to include a squeeze page and a sales page. You're going to see that in a lot of PLR packages. So let's focus on right now. We'll get into the lead gen part on a future session. For now, we're going to set up this product for sale because we need to do that process first anyway. And in one of the other workshop sessions, we're going to go through how to set up a lead gen report. So we're going to skip that process right now, but we're going to focus solely on getting this sales page live. So the first thing I edit is the actual sales page. So I edit the actual sales page, and you can actually look at the sales page here. We're going to right click that and choose open with, and I'm going to open it in the Chrome browser, Chrome web browser here. And there's that. It looks very clean. Notice they have a spot for your name to put in there, and they kind of cover the 21-day plan they're selling. So they do a good job here, of positioning this product for sale. Okay, so perfect. So that's a beautiful, simple looking sales page. If you want to add more to it, you always can. I'm going to show you guys how to add more to this page though. So I'm going to come down here, and we're going to use, there's different tools you can use. For some of these sales pages, you can use your notepad file. For other ones, you can use Composer. So I'm going to download Composer with you guys. Now, I use Composer all the time. It is a WYSIWYG editor, which stands for what you see is what you get. So it's generally, kind of the old school way of editing pages. But when you are getting pages to edit, you need a way to, easily edit them. And so that's where Composer comes into play. So Composer, it's free, works on both Mac and PC. It's why I like to train on it as well. So I'm going to open up Composer here, and we're going to see how the sales page looks. Now you're probably wondering, like, Paul, why are you showing us this part of the process? Because the reality is, when you are editing, every single PLR product creator creates their pages in different formats. So, I'm showing you guys the process that I go through as somebody that's launching a PLR product. Like you're going to run into the exact same frustrations that I am, where some may work in Composer, some you might need to edit with your Notepad editor. So I'm going to show you guys, both ways, because I would rather you're fully prepared than only halfway prepared. So we're going to go over here, and you guys can see I do a lot with PLR content. So it's already loaded up here on my page, and I've got the 21-day launch plan here. Here is the sales page. So the sales page is right here. Okay, and that is pretty self-explanatory. So this opened up in Composer really well for us. And right here, you've got this first component. So we're going to put in your name. So this is your chance to plug in, your information. So I'm just going to plug mine in there. Launching your own online business can be tough if you don't have a blueprint to follow. So we're going to scroll down here. So the choice is yours. Now, to your success, you can plug in your name again. Let's see, opportunities like this don't come around too often. Now I'm going to center that. Notice that didn't center out, so I'm just going to center those buttons. Now, I don't like this button because I don't want to charge 47. I think we're going to go for 27. So I'm just going to delete that button. And this Buy Now button we're going to replace with the JVZoo button here in a little bit. So we're going to keep that as is. Let's see, I'm getting rid of this other button. So I'm just going to highlight what I'm getting rid of, choosing delete. We're going to have a JVZoo button will be here. All right, now we've done the basic edits. Now if there's more you want to edit, you can. If you want to add a picture, you could definitely do that. You can come down here and choose insert image, and then you could upload a picture from your computer if you wanted to add a picture, you could definitely do that. Now, as far as how much I rebrand PLR products, probably a question going through your mind. I recommend there's two schools of thought here. The first one is to consider renaming the product so that you can actually make it look unique so that you're not selling the same name product that everybody else is. That is one school of thought. The other one that I personally come from is you're never going to make money if you don't get the product out there. So if you want to start by just getting the product out without overcomplicating the steps and rebranding it and renaming it something totally different, then I would just focus on getting the product out because you're going to make money by getting it out there. I've seen too many people that buy like my PLR or buy other people's private label rights content and they never get it off their hard drive. They never even sell the thing and they focus so much on, well, I got to rebrand it perfectly. And that's great, but unless it leaves your hard drive and goes online like you follow the steps we're teaching right now, you are not going to make a dime because it's not going to make you anything sitting on your computer. So with what we're doing here, now we've got future sessions where I'm going to cover how to rename it, how to get new graphics made. We'll cover that on a future session. But for today, we're focused on let's get this product out there for sale because I want you to leave this session saying, you know what, I know how to set up a PLR product now. I feel powerful enough to set up my own product from scratch. So the basics I'm editing is the name, and I'm going to tweak the pricing if you're going to change the pricing any. That's it. So that's all I'm focused on here. Nothing overcomplicated, nothing crazy. Just doing that. So we're going to just focus on that. Now I am going to save this file name. So notice here they've got a title tag up here that's got nothing in it. So I like to add a title tag for SEO purposes for that random point where Google might come across your page and you get a random few visitors that buy your product. So sometimes PLR creators have a product name up here or a keyword phrase that will help Google find you. So this one does not. So I'm going to go here to the source file. This is just a side little SEO tip. Notice it says title, and we're going to focus on internet marketing work from home ebook because that's what we're selling. So I'm going to focus on that as the keyword. And then we're going to go to file and save. File and save. Now there's another important step here. I'm going to show you guys this step. I do this all the time because we are all human. We make mistakes. Technology also is made to break. That's why humans still are doing stuff online. Robots, technology always breaks. So there's oftentimes there could be issues. So I always save the original page before I do too many more changes. That way I can go back, and save it as something else. So I'll do sales page, let's say original. There we go. And hit save on that. Sales page dash original. And then the final thing I'm going to save as is the name. I'm going to change this name to index. So file, save as index.html. And you'll see why when we upload it, we want to upload it so that the file actually displays. So the file actually displays correctly. Okay, so here's the 21-day online business launch. So we've got that file indexed, and we need to get this website, or we need to get this online. So now the other thing that you want to test first before we go online, before I get too far ahead of myself, we edited the sales page. You now want to edit the Word document because we don't want to have their name on the product, the PLR creator. We want to put your name into it. So don't edit the product name now. We're going to cover that in a future session on how to the perfect way to rebrand a PLR product. But we're going to focus here on editing the source document. So I'm going to edit the source document here. All right, so notice this ebook, I have to say, it's formatted really well. It's one of the reasons I wanted to use this as an example. They've actually done a really good job of, kind of pre-formatting this. So it looks really, really clean, actually, I've got to say. So it's really simple. There's actually not a lot of, anywhere where you need to rebrand here. Let's see, lean. Okay, so that's a domain. Search tool. They actually cover some really good data, really good information in here. So this is a phenomenal little ebook. So this ebook is ready to go. Now what I like to do is if there's any links, for example, test those links because you could actually put in your affiliate link. Like up here for example, they're talking about looks like HostGator in this example, or your autoresponder. So this would be a good spot to put in your affiliate link for Aweber, GetResponse, ActiveCampaign. That'd be a really good spot to go. You've got, if you're recommending web hosting, put in your web hosting affiliate link here. So that's kind of the most basic things that I would edit personally if I'm doing a PLR product and I'm putting it online, is edit those so it's your affiliate link and not just a naked link like, bluehost.com. You want to actually put in your affiliate link for Bluehost, because why not get paid if you're recommending people go down that process, right? So that's pretty much it. There's nowhere to actually even add my name. So I like this as it is. So when you're done making whatever changes you make in Word doc, it's super easy. We're just going to file, save as, and then save it as a PDF again. Whoops, that is HTML file, save as PDF, and 21-day business launch ebook final. Let's say version, you could say version 1.0, or you could say final, whatever you want. We'll call it final. Okay, so now we're going to give it just a moment here. And that PDF file is going to be formed. So now we're ready to go back over here. All right, so notice that it's already, been completed there. Now, I personally like to, when I save it, I'm going to rename this file. I'm going to right click and choose rename. I like to kind of, take out the spaces, just because when we upload this online, we want to make sure it's as clean as possible for people to download. So that way there's no issues or formatting issues in the URL. So I always like to take the spaces out, just because some browsers treat them differently. So our PDF is good to go. Now we're going to go back over here. We've got our PDF. We're not going to worry about the lead magnet. We've got our mini site here that we are covering. And so you've got your product download page is the next thing that we're going to focus on. Now let's see here, 21-day access. Let's load that up and see what they did here. Okay, so this is the product. So they've got the product already ready to go. But if you wanted to go in and make edits, you could. And then what I would do is just take in the product that you just edited, and you can slide it right into that file. Now, I like that they made it super simple, because you can literally just copy and paste the changes over, and we're just going to be able to upload this whole directory to the server. So we're good to go. Okay, so that part looks good. We've got the product download page. Open that in Chrome and see how that looks. And this is the ebook. Okay, so there that goes. Perfect. So we're looking good so far. Now we're going to be getting our files that we just edited. We're going to get those files and load them up to our server. So the files that we just edited, we're going to get those up to our server. So I'm using a software called FileZilla. So let me show you guys how to get FileZilla. That is an FTP manager. FileZilla is an FTP manager. It helps you get the files from your computer onto your web hosting company. So FileZilla is what we're going to use. So you're just going to download FileZilla. Go ahead and download that to your computer. And then it's going to work on Windows or Mac. That's the beauty of it. And then what you're going to do here is when you get your web hosting login, they're going to tell you your web host, and you're going to be able to put in your account details are going to go in here. So when you first set up your account, you're going to have your login details, your server details, and then it's going to help you log in to your server there. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my account, and you can choose Open Site Manager. You could also select New Site. You're going to put in your host, which is yourdomain.com, and then you're going to choose your FTP, and then you'll put in your login details here that you got with your cPanel. So that's how we're going to get the files from our computer to the hard drive. So there's two different ways you can do it. You could do it all through the file manager, a little more painful process. So you can use FileZilla to get everything up there a little quicker, which is what we are going to do. So I'm over here and I'm inside my web hosting company. And we've got here the internet income strategies. Okay, and then we are going to upload these files here. So we've got the 21-day launch. We've got it over here, 21-day launch. We're going to upload the files that we just edited. So right. We've got our mini site. We're going to upload every single one of these files. So we're going to upload all these files to our server. So we're going to upload them straight up to our server here. Okay, so we had to just improvise here. We've got the files loaded up to our server. Notice that. We've got our name on there, so things are looking good, right? So we've got our sales page there. So we're ready to go to the next process, which is to get this product up on JVZoo, because we need to be able to set this product up on JVZoo so we can start to accept payments. So that's the next part of the process. We got our files live. Now now that they're live, we can set up the payment buttons on JVZoo. Then we're going to link up the payment buttons, re-upload those changes, and then our product will finally be ready for sale. Okay, so now our product is live, or it's online and it's uploaded. So now we need to go to the next step, which is to go to JVZoo. We're going to upload this product to JVZoo and have it ready to go. So I'm going to go over to jvzoo.com and jump in here real quick. So jvzoo.com. And you need to, if you do not have an account yet with JVZoo, just go to free sign up and you're going to put in your name. So display name, that's of course going to be your name or your company name, your email address, your passwords, and then where you are from, and then you're going to follow the process. There is a prompt where they're going to have you put in your phone number, so make sure you have your phone handy so that you can validate and verify who you are. So, but most of us, you probably already have a JVZoo account. So I'm going to go ahead and log in to my JVZoo account here. So bear with me just 1 minute here. We'll get this logged in. Okay, so we're going to log in. We are inside of our seller's dashboard here. Okay, so inside of our seller's dashboard here, and we are going to go to, let's see, you guys should be seeing my screen now. Okay, so we're inside our seller's dashboard, and we're going to go to add a product. It's free. So you're going to go to sellers and sellers dashboard, sellers and sellers dashboard. Now we're going to go to add a product. It's free. Add a product. It's free. Once you do that, you're going to go in here. We're going to put in the product name, which in this case, it's 21-day online business launch. So 21-day online business launch. Now, why am I sitting here recommending that we use JVZoo? And the simple reason for that is because JVZoo is, the reason I personally would use JVZoo is because they track your affiliates. So you have a built-in affiliate program. You can automatically start to recruit affiliates to promote your product. You can get traffic. You can get sales that way. So that's why I personally like JVZoo, is for that reason, because you're able to, to have affiliates ready to promote your products. So I've got my product name here, 21-day online business launch. Internal product name you can keep blank. Discoverable to affiliates, you want to do that because we do want to get affiliates. Show in the new marketplace, so that's where we got to have a price that's greater than 17. We must have an image, and you have a product description of at least 50 characters. So as far as product description goes, the PLR makes it really easy. Let's see here. Launch your online business in the next 21 days following a proven step-by-step blueprint. Now that's all caps, so let's take it off of caps here. So I'm going to just type that in. Launch your online business in the next. I just don't want to look spammy, so that's why I'm fixing that. Following a step. Now again, all I did, that's the beauty of PLR, I just used the headline that was on the sales page already to drop right in here. Following a proven step-by-step formula. Oh, they call it blueprint. Following proven step-by-step blueprint. Perfect. Okay, so there's our description. Now we're going to go to category. So category, we're going to categorize this product. Now JVZoo also works with any niche market online. So you can, no matter what niche, no matter what PLR you're going into, you could actually start to sell products in that niche. So I'm going to go to internet marketing and I'm going to choose, so internet marketing, we're going to go to general, let's say, I'd say this one's probably more general, content. So let's go with that. US dollars is the price point. We're going to go to product price of 27. I think that's a fair price for this package. And notice it also meets the requirements we can show in the marketplace. We're going to choose our launch date. Make sure that allow sales is checked. That's also very important. Product subscription, you don't need to worry about any of this because we're not doing monthly sales. You could do a dime sale if you wanted to. So that's where you would say, starting price is going to be, like 18 and it's going to, 1802, whatever it is. You're going to increase 1 cent every one sale. So that means every time it sells, the price goes up to $27 and then it caps out. So I don't, it works for some launches, but when I'm getting a PLR there, I don't worry about it right now. Now we're going to go to payment options. You've got PayPal, you've got Stripe. I personally, just make sure when you set up your new account that PayPal is integrated for you so that you are ready to accept payments. That's really important part of the process. Now, affiliate, you're going to go to manual approval. You do not want to auto approve a bunch of affiliates because it's going to cause issues because some people will just, there's ways that they use the instant, payment to their advantage. So I like to always manually approve affiliates. And this is what I usually say is, if you have 100 plus sales and a refund rate below 12%, I will approve you for instant commissions. Please explain how you plan to promote if you have less than 100 sales. Thank you. Okay, so that's kind of the message I do on product launches, just so you know. Notes to affiliates, you could put in, like you could go out to like Composer and write up, some content. So you could say like, you could write up if you had a JV page, check out this, check out these promo tools. Let's say you have a page with email swipes on it, right? And then we're going to make that, look like Arial, make it look kind of nice, bold it, make it bigger, insert a link, and then you'd put in like your JV page link there. Okay, and then we're going to go to source, and you would just copy and paste this source code in here. So now it's going to make that, make your JV page kind of stand out. So that's something you could do. I personally would keep that blank for now unless you're doing that. Put in your support email address. I'm going to just plug mine in there real quick. You can put in your support URL. And if you do not have a support URL, at least get a domain like support at your domain. That's important to do. And you can do that easily inside of HostGator by just going over here to once you've added your domain, just go to email accounts, right? Email accounts. And so give me 1 second while it loads up. Email accounts, and you're just going to choose your domain. So I've got my domain here, which is Internet Income Strategies. Whoops. So internetincomestrategies.com. Notice that's checked. It's going to just be support at. There we go. Okay, and then unlimited. Make sure you go unlimited, and then you just go to create account. Create account. And there you go. So now we've created support at Internet Income Strategies. So if that is the URL or the email you wanted to go with, that's what you would plug in there to JVZoo. And now we've got our sales page link, which is going to be the link that we loaded up. So I'm going to grab that there. And custom receipt info, you keep blank. JVZoo hosted file, or you can go with the thank you page. I'm actually going to just go with a JVZoo. Actually, we've got a thank you page here. So when I uploaded that file, let's go back over here to our mini site here. and product download page. So we're going to rename that. Oops. So the URL file, the extension that we worked with there, that is our product download page. So notice that. And the cool thing about this PLR I'm using is already linked everything up. Now we'll have to show you how to go in and link up files if they're not. That's another step we'll need to cover. So this is going to be our download page. So I'm going to choose thank you page, download page. We're going to paste that in there. We're going to choose a 30-day refund period. This is not a physical product. This is, we're going to add a create an autoresponder integration. So this is where if you had GetResponse or you wanted to create a customer account, like you have Aweber as well. So I have a GetResponse account, so I'm just going to go in here and create a list. You want to have a separate list. I personally like to get my buyers' email addresses, so I would recommend you get an Aweber, you get a GetResponse account, and then you integrate here so that once people opt in, they can go onto your email list. Again, not required right away initially, but I would eventually do that. When you do that step, just choose create an autoresponder integration. So I'm going to call this 21-day biz launch VIP. That means buyers. And then it's not a webinar product. And now we can go to save my product. Save my product. Once that product is saved, we'll go into our JVZoo. Oh, there's some errors marked below. Let's see here. Oh, commission payout. That's important. We're going to set that to 50%. If you want to make your product of the day consideration, I always do that, and then I bump JVZoo to at least 60% commission. So yeah, make sure you check your commission payout. We want to change that so our affiliates get paid. Now everything else should check out here. Now I'm going to go to save my product. Save my product. And that's why it's important that you get your domain, you get your hosting. Now this is fun. We're seeing all sorts of issues here. Let's see. Okay, that is so odd. I am not seeing the issue here. Please fix the errors marked below. We'll take that off at the moment. This is again the joy of going live. Love it. Okay, save my product. All right, so let's go through this one more time. Let's go ahead and just start over here. It looks like we had an issue. So I'm going to start over with this process. We'll edit this out. This is how you get a product live on JVZoo. Now you're inside JVZoo. You're inside your seller's dashboard. You're going to go to add a product. It's free. Add a product. It's free. So I'm going to go here. We'll give it just a moment to load up. 21-day online business launch. That is the name of our product. We want to make our product discoverable to affiliates. We definitely do. We are going to take our product name here. So we're going to take our product, launch your online business, following a proven step-by-step blueprint. And let's go here to select your category. So this is an internet marketing general product. Product price is $27. I like that price point. We want to allow sales. Commission payout is 50%. We do not want it to be a dime sale or a time sale at the moment. I suggest you make every product, potential for product of the day. That's completely up to you. But if you do that, you might get product of the day. Payment options, you can use PayPal or Stripe or both. I've got it set to use PayPal. Affiliate approval I set to manual because we don't want just anybody promoting our product, because some people can actually, it can cause issues. So we're going to go here, and I typically do this setting. If you have 100 plus sales and a refund rate below 12%, I will approve you to promote. Please let me know how you plan to promote if you have less than 100 sales. Thank you. And then seller details, you want to set up your support email address. So we're going to do that. So you want to have a support email address, which again you can do from your cPanel. And you're just going to go to email accounts, which is found under here, under mail inside your cPanel, very similar inside Bluehost. And you're going to go to email, which would be, whatever your email is. You could say sales, you could say support. And then you'll go to unlimited and then go to create account. There's your email address, and then you can plug that into right over here to your seller details. Then you've got your sales page URL, which is the page that we loaded up. So I'm going to load that up here right now. And custom receipt we keep blank. Thank you page is going to be a straight download page link, which is the download page URL that we uploaded. So you'll remember, when we uploaded the files, there's the product download page. So we're going to take that, we're going to paste that in here, go to a 30-day return period, and then autoresponder integration. So this is where we're going to choose the autoresponder we want to work with. Now I use GetResponse. I would recommend that you are collecting your customer information. So I'm going to choose create a new list, 21-day biz launch VIP 1. And then everything else should be good to go. Now we're going to go to save my product. There it goes. So that worked. That went through. And there is the product ready to go. So you can see here if we click on that, it's going to take us to our sales page. But now from inside the dashboard, we need a checkout button. So we're going to go here to back to the sellers, back to dashboard. We're going to locate the product and we're going to choose actions. We're going to choose actions and I'm going to choose buy buttons. And we need to find a buy button to add to our page. Now, this is going to give us the price on there. That's why I removed that price tag earlier. So we're going to copy and paste this, right? We're going to take this. We're going to go back to Composer, and we're going to go down to where the price point is. Now, this is a pretty simple step here. So notice these buy now buttons here. We're just going to remove these big, bulky buy now buttons. I'm going to just remove them. I'm going to place my mouse where I want the content to go. Okay, so now we're going to go to Insert HTML. Insert HTML. We're going to paste this in there. And I'm going to do a center. I'm going to center this up here too. So we're going to insert this first, see how it looks. Notice it shows up that way to the left. So I'm just going to highlight it with my mouse and then center it up. And there is the button. And then right here it says get started now, right? We're going to go to Insert HTML, paste that in there, click Insert, center that up. Now we're going to come down here, delete that buy now button because we don't need it. And there we go. So now we're going to save this index file. I'm going to go over to the file manager here. So over to the file manager, which is where our mini site is. We're going to now use the index. We're going to upload that. Now we're going to go back over here to where our domain name is. And we should see our JVZoo buttons. And our product should officially be ready for sale. So let's refresh that. If it doesn't show up, there we go. Sometimes it takes a bit. Sometimes you might need to tweak the spacing, so you can go back into Composer and kind of fix that. But this is all set to go. So our product is now ready to be sold on JVZoo. So give yourself a pat on the back. You made it through day number 1 of the Profits Workshop, session number 1. And at this point, you should at least have your first product live. You should have one PLR product live. You should have had your web hosting established, your domain name established, and your JVZoo account set up so you can start to set up these products. In the next session, we'll go into, a little more of the, we'll cover more rebranding. We'll cover how to set up a sales funnel with it. But now at this point, you have a product online that is able to be sold. So give yourself a pat on the back there.